Okay, so here we go. Just making sure everyone's on mute. We're good. Okay, so oh great, Eric. So when you so I'm going to click on my image in the bottom right hand corner, and let's say I like this post, and we're going to come back and I'll make a post so you can see how it works. Let me go back to this one. So remember earlier I said to all of you that you can create you if you click the plus sign at the top, and you're going to see I was working out this morning. You can make a post, story, story highlight, IGTV video, reel, or a guide. So all of these are available. If you click on post, you can create a post. But before we do that, because I want to create content first, the one I have in the middle at the top where it says home office tips, if you're someone that does not want to do video, you could come up with your own content and share it on Instagram. So what I did, notice that you can see down here that there's four little notches. That means you have the ability to create a slideshow. So just like my PowerPoint, I can create a slideshow. So I created in Canva a slideshow of home tips. And trust me, I made them up. I'm sure we can come up with better ones. So when the consumer swipes, they get my 5 tips to update your home office. Then if they swipe again, and I was using templates, I create a to-do list, create a list of goals for your home office. And then my last one was enjoy your home office. These were all 4 images that I created in Canva. Now, once you do make a post, and before I reshare it, when you look at my post, you can see that I said something. So what now there's all types of strategy. My recommendation is you say something, because if you only post, you might get 1 heart or 2 or 3, but you will get more engagement if you say something. And so I actually said simple home office tips. Are you working from home? Are you working all over the house? I can relate to all of this because my husband works all over the house. So just like cleaning your kitchen before the evening ends, maintain your home office space every day. Swipe for more. So I'm telling you what to do, and then notice I put in like a line, and I'll show you a tip in a second. I put in the office phone number. I put in a DM, which means direct message, and then I gave credit to my photographer. And I do this intentionally because she's a strategic partner. So it's someone we work with. And then you see all of my hashtags. Now you can have up to, I think, 25 hashtags on Instagram, on Facebook, 3 or less, on Twitter, 3 or less. 2 is better on Twitter. Now you do not have to use all of these hashtags. Now here's your homework. And I'm going to literally show you what I do before we share. So I'm going to open up another screen, and then I'm going to come back to Instagram in a actually, you know what? I'm going to make you work today. I'm going to do all of this from my phone. So for those of you that hung out with me during break and I recorded the video like I'm recording now, I use Evernote for all my hashtags. So whether you're the designated managing broker, the owner of a company, or an agent, or the association, you can use Evernote to store all of your hashtags. Now, you don't have to use Evernote. You can literally use the notepad. So in Evernote, I'll click the checkbox in the top left-hand corner to save this. I create notes with all my hashtags. So every time I post, I don't have to type every hashtag. And I watch my kids do it. They're quick. I'm not quick. So what I've done is if you go down to the bottom right-hand corner and I click the magnifying glass, I can type in hashtag. Come on. Search. Uh-oh. Did I spell it wrong? Why am I not getting anything? We're going to pretend like it worked, but I'll just scroll down so you can
I
see.
think you're supposed to say hashtags, maybe.
Maybe, but no. Should just work, right? I am not sure why that's not working. Almost as if it's not connected, but I'll just show you. So you can see that I have hashtags for the dog. I have hashtags as a broker owner. I have top producer hashtags. I created a list of hashtags. So, how can you do this? What you would do is simply go to either Google or Safari on your phone. So, whether you're on a Droid or an iPad or your mobile or your iPhone. So, if I type in real estate hashtags, someone has done this for you. Why are we reinventing the wheel? So you see hashtags for real estate, top hashtags for social media for real estate. You can literally find hashtags. So if I'll click on let's click the top one. They made, so besthashtags.com. They made all the hashtags for you. I mean, it can't get any easier than this. So I'll copy the second one. But what I want you to notice is that occasionally people that come up with these, they will throw in a random hashtag that you need to get rid of. And it could be that they're trying to track something, but I don't work for Remax, so I know I need to clean this up after I copy it. So I'll click copy. I think I clicked copy, and I'll come back to Evernote and I'll click new note. I'll hold my finger down where it says start writing, and I just pasted the hashtags. And I might title these real estate hashtags. I don't have to know how to spell, right? And then I'd kind of scroll through this, and I would probably, of course, we'd get rid of Remax unless you work for Remax. I'm getting rid of Instagood and Motivation. I would put in my company. I might get rid of Love, although Love and Beautiful are some of the top used hashtags. So think about who you want to find you, and then build those hashtags around that. So I would definitely put in my company hashtag so I don't have to keep re-adding that. So ABC Realty, whatever your company is. And then the cool thing is now you have your hashtags. So when you create a post, you would copy all these hashtags. So that's homework, and I'll just save it. So I'll go back to Instagram. And so before we create a post and use those hashtags, I wanted to remind you of this paper airplane because my goal was to show you how to dominate your marketplaces with location-based marketing. So you can see this post, I tag the company, which is located in West Chicago. So I'm using a location to be found. So if I wanted to repurpose this post, I would click that airplane, looks like a paper airplane, click the arrow, click it, and now I can add this to my story. And now I'm repurposing content that can be seen for 24 hours. This is where you want to tag the cities that you're working in. So if you were sharing a listing, you would tag the city. If right now I comply with license law because one click away should take you to my bio, but just to be sure, there's a few things you can do. Number one, I could click. So at the top of the screen, I can download this. I can add a chain link. You can only add the chain link if you have 10,000 followers or an IGTV video. The icon that looks like a sticker gives me the ability to add a location. I can tag the company and I can use a hashtag. And you can ask a question. So on Sunday during the football game, I posted on Facebook and Instagram, who knows football better, Mark or Carrie? So I put a picture of Mark and I here, and then I put there's a spot where you can take a poll, and I put Mark or Carrie. And so there's ways to get people to engage with you. And if you want to know the answer, it would be me. Seriously. In high school, I had to take an exam on football so as a cheerleader so we knew what first and 10 was. So I actually know football better than my husband.
Hey,
Not just because of that test. Yes.
there's a question in the chat box. Do hashtags and hashtagged words show up only on Twitter, or does that mean something in Instagram too?
it means something on Instagram too. So the purpose of the hashtag, I mean, we could literally have an hour course on just hashtags. The purpose of a hashtag is to create a phrase and make you a part of a different conversation. So adding hashtags to Instagram, if I were to search, and I'll show you in a moment, search hashtag realtor, I will see everyone that is using the realtor hashtag. So the benefit, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, and now LinkedIn or TikTok, shall I go on? You can be found other ways. So I'll show you. So if I tap the location and I'll put in that I'm in DuPage County. I'm telling you I'm in DuPage County. Then if I tag the company, now I comply with license law. And remember, it's still one click away, but even though it's one click away, you might decide to go this route so you don't have to worry about anyone taking a screenshot and you getting a violation. Then if I click on the hashtag, remember the sticker at the top, I can I'll put in real estate tips. Now, some of you are like, well, what made me pick it? I already know how hashtag works, and I know that people are using this hashtag. If you're not sure, in a moment, I'll show you what to look for. So then I can move this to another spot. And I'm going to show you something that's going to make some of your heads hurt, but the rest of you, you could do just this. Two things. That sticker at the top, I need to tell my followers what to do. So that sticker, when I click, I can search for a button that says tap here. Because I need to tell you what to do. So I'll go with that one. Because I want you to actually go to the post. I might, in addition to that, especially for those of you that are running companies and your own brand, I might go back to the sticker and I might say follow. So follow me. There's one with an arrow. This is where you get stuck on Instagram because you're trying to find the best option. Let's just try follow. Oh, there it is. So bottom right, I like the one with the circle. And I added it. Now you got to be careful because you could easily hide it. So I'm telling you what to do. So we'll shrink here, Mark. So I want to tell you to follow me. Why? Because I used a location and because I used a hashtag, I can be found on the hashtag feed. I know this is a lot, and the location feed. So now, before I share this, because I can send it at the bottom simply by clicking my story or by clicking send to, I now will post on the story. Now, before I post, I want to show you, what if you are like, Carrie, this is really busy. I can take where it says DuPage County, swipe past the garbage can, and I just hid DuPage County. So I cleaned it up a little bit. I could do the same thing with the real estate tips, or I could put the real estate tips behind this image. So that could be an option. So I kind of cleaned it up a little bit. Now, when I click my story, or if I click send to, I can, and I'll click send to show you all your options. I can share on my Instagram account, or if I click sharing options, because this is a business account, I can share this on my Facebook story. So I'm now marketing in two places. So I can click share here. And then I can send this to my network. So maybe if I have a client or maybe I need a few people to follow me, and then I can click done. So I just shared my content and I'll go back a step. I'll click home, bottom left. I got to turn off the sound. So now I have a story. So I'm going to show you my entire story. You might see me working out. So now when I click on my image, I'm going to go back a few steps. You get to see all of my stories. So yesterday I talked to Mark. I interviewed Mark about the life of being in real estate. And notice I have all of these notches at the top. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stories. Now, when you get here, if I hold my finger down, I can pause the story so I can read it. And if I really just don't want to be bothered, I can tap to move forward. So I'm tapping to the right on the right side of my screen to move forward, or I can tap on the left to go back. This was Marky playing For the Love of Money. You had to be there. And someone tagged me in their post, so I reshared it. This is me bright and early working out, and I'm saying, I know I look crazy, but the rest of you need to join me. We're going to tap through that. And then this is my current post. And then I'm holding my finger down on purpose to show you, I'm going to tap back a second, your options. So once you build a story, and this is a lot, I know, I get it. I'm going to go back a step. Notice down here at the bottom, I can share it again to Facebook, and I can make it a highlight. And if I click more, I'll skip this one. Come on. When I click more, I can save this. I can share this as a post. So now I can move it back to my grid, or I can copy the link because I want to send it to someone in a text message. So there's so many options with Instagram. And if you feel overwhelmed, my recommendation is start with at least a post. And we will get to Reels in a moment. So just know when you click on your image in the bottom right-hand corner, you can repurpose your post simply by clicking on any of the posts. So I'll click top left here. And then I can click the airplane and I can share my post to my story. Then these are all of my highlights. So once you create a story, you can create a highlight. So one day I said, I'm going to create a story on own a home. So I literally created the steps in a story and I built a highlight around real estate. So my designated managing brokers, you might create a story around not just owning a house or listing a house, but tips to become a real estate agent. I have one called radio and TV. So this is me behind the scenes. This is me at WBBM. And I might have one of me on my closet floor because I record for WBBM. I can't go downtown. Lola told me to go in my closet and record. So there's so many things you can do with Instagram, and the next generation knows to look here. So if you're like, Carrie, I'm out, there's just one thing I'm asking you to fix. First of all, I want all of you to fix your bios, but I want you to at least either share to your stories consistently and or add a post once a week. So let's create a post. And then we'll create a reel. That's what I did during break. I created content for a reel. So these are here. These are a lot of the apps I use. So I create groups for my apps so I don't have to hunt for them. The one I'm going to use today is called WordSwag. There's also something called StorySwag. This one is for $5 one-time fee. This one might have a monthly fee. It might be $10 a month. And then the same for Ripple. And I think we have time. I'll show you both of those. So here we go. So let's say you're like, Carrie, so earlier I had the statement, I don't have a lot of listings. Went silent. I don't have a lot of listings, but I do want to attract sellers. Now, I will tell you, you are more likely to attract a buyer from social media than a seller, but I do get people that'll send me a direct message because they want to list a house. I had it happen at the beginning of January. So what you're going to do is you can use a tool called WordSwag. It is worth the $5. You do not have to spend the $5 to use it for free. The benefit of spending the $4.99 or the $3.99 is you get rid of the WordSwag logo. So when I click WordSwag, and let's say I just need to create content to attract sellers. And maybe I'll talk about kitchens. So when you click WordSwag, you can choose free photos. And remember earlier in the feed, I typed 3 stock photo companies that you can use: Unsplash, Pexels, Pexels, or Pixabay, Pixabay. So there are 3 websites you can use where you don't have, they're free stock photo websites. You can choose to give a donation to the aspiring photographer if you want. But WordSwag has them embedded in the site. So when I clicked on free photos down here at the bottom, I can type in, let's see, how about kitchen? So maybe my theme for February is going to be kitchens. So check this out, Unsplash and Pixabay. So I type in a kitchen, and maybe my background colors are the nice clean white kitchen. I clicked on this kitchen. Then down at the bottom, remember Instagram works with a square. So I'm going to choose the square. Then what I'll do, once I select the square, and by the way, you can use this for Instagram stories, a Facebook post, a Facebook cover, Twitter, you name it. I can create a post in minutes. So then once I select the square, I choose next in the top right-hand corner. And now notice at the bottom, I can choose what the font looks like. I can roll the dice and change the font. I have all these options. Now, before we change the font, double tap to change the text. They made this easy for you. So I double tap and say, I'll say something. I'm making this up. Kitchen living. Oops. My niece is on Instagram, but I do believe she should be in school right now, right? So kitchen living. And maybe you don't like the font. Maybe you don't like the color. So the first option at the bottom is styles. The second option is color, so you can change the color. You could search for your brand color. I'm going to stick with that color. And then you can adjust the look of the image. So we'll go back to styles, and then the defaults here over to your left, you can change what you want your styles to look like. So you can go with script, bold, vintage, history, new, chic, playful, etc. Or you can just simply swipe through every single font. So it really depends on what your goal is or your audience. I'll go with that one. And then down at the bottom, WordSwag gives you choices. So if I choose 1, this is 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, there's 5, or I can simply roll the dice and I can keep changing it. Now I'll leave this just like this and I'll move it to the top. How cool is that? It's simple, kitchen living. Of course, you can say something better, but I think you get the idea. At the top, now you could have put in 3 steps to updating the kitchen. At the top, you can add additional text. So you're not limited to one text field, you can have multiple. Then if you click save, I just downloaded this to my photos or my photo gallery. If you upgrade, you can add your company logo. And I already added my logo. So if I click same as last time, there's the company logo. I can make it bigger. I can make it smaller. I can make it transparent. All from WordSwag. And it's taking us less than 5 minutes. Now when I click save, I now have a graphic for Instagram. So let's go post it. So I will go back to Instagram, but this time I'll add this to the company page just so you can see how it looks. So then now you're ready to post. So whether you're on the feed over here to the left, so this is one of my agents. It's okay, but I think I could clean her up because this is a lot of red. So don't worry. We're going to chat during the coaching call. I don't like to text them always because then they get stressed. So I'm on the home page, or I can click on my company logo at the bottom. The key is to remember this plus sign at the top gives you the ability to add content. If you don't see the plus sign here and it's at the bottom, you need to go to your App Store or your Play Store to update Instagram. So once I click the plus sign, I'll choose post. There we go. There's my post. If you choose the double squares, this is where you can add more than one image. So you can add more than one image. So totally up to you. We're not going to add more than one. We'll just add one. And when you add more than one, you can actually create a slideshow. Then when you click next and next again, and I do need to show you something else in a moment. I now need to say something. Are you ready to take the steps to updating your kitchen? And I might say something like, send me a direct message for referrals or how to find the best contractor. So here, and I'll use the microphone at the bottom. Send a direct message for a referral on some of the best contractors. And I don't always like to refer contractors. I'm trying to give you an idea of how this works. Then I'll put in my period space. And when I tapped outside of the text, I can tag people and I can add a location. So I added the company's location. So this means we're going to show up in the city of West Chicago. But remember earlier, we added hashtags. So instead of typing everything in, so I'm going to actually type. So I changed my text so I can add an underline because I'm separating the content. A lot of strategy right now is to at least kind of make this look like a business card. So at the company, return, and if I type in the phone, the emoji comes up at the bottom. I like the old school phone just because I think everyone uses the iPhone. Then I put in the company phone number. Then I might put in my information. But if I do, I might want to say designated managing broker. And now I want to add those hashtags. So instead of adding all the hashtags, I simply go back to Evernote. I then highlight all of the hashtags, click copy, and I go back to Instagram, tap once, and paste. How cool is that? There's so many ways you can use hashtags, but for the sake of time, I'm giving you the basics. So there's a couple more things I want to do before we end. So I'm going to actually post this. It might disappear later. Because I have more than one account, I can also share this to my real estate page. If I choose Facebook, these pages turn off. So just know you do have those options. So now when I share this post, if there are any typos, I will eventually see them. Now when I go back, so here's my post. I was tagged in the post, so I got an update that I was tagged. And I can share the post here. And then notice at the top of the screen, I have 2 private messages. And I'm going to go back a step to my other account. Do you see now the heart? I have 10 comments, 18 hearts, and 18 tags. So this is what's happening with my real estate account as Carrie, the real estate agent. So very important to look at these, especially as a real estate agent. It's our fiduciary responsibility to make sure we respond to our clients no matter where they are. And it's our responsibility, oh, we don't want this person. And it's our responsibility to make sure we're responding in a timely manner. So this is like having email and a text message. So if you're going to use it, you might want to add your notifications. So I promised that I would show you the reels, and I'll show you, but I might not post it because of time. So when I click the plus sign at the top, and then at the bottom of the screen, I have post story reels live. When I choose reels, I now have, hi, you can see my office. You can see that I have things on the floor. I have the ability to just record content, or I can swipe up to add previously created content. And so when I swipe up, you can see I have two videos. So I'm going to go with this. I'm going to add this one. And let me tell you what I'm saying. I'm talking about today is National Home Warranty Day. So I'm listening because I want to edit it. So I'm editing because I knew I made a mistake. Then when I click add at the top, now I need to swipe up again to add the other video. There's the second video. Oh, I really need to fix this. And I only get so much space because I get 30 seconds. So assuming that this is right, I click add. And so now, once I create my, oh, you can see my desk space. Now when I click edit, and by the way, you can see I have music. If any of you are interested in music, let me know. When I click edit, I now can add a sticker. I can add text, national. You're like, how do you know it's National Home Warranty Day? National Home Warranty Day or International Home Warranty Day. So I can add text and then I can make my post. Boy, someone's calling me like crazy. So now I have content and I can click share and I can write a caption and then I can add this to my feed or just to my reels. So you can do two things. So I'm not going to post, but you get the idea. Now, the difference with this is you can't tag a location in Reels, at least not yet. They don't give you that option. So I'll save this as a draft and come back. So then if I click on my photo in the bottom right-hand corner, you won't see this post, but I'll show you my Reels so you get an idea of what it looks like. So you can see these were my Reels. And I'll play this one so you can see what this was literally just me pouring coffee because I do coffee with Carrie every Friday. And I was telling everyone to join me. So I had music playing in the background and I was videotaping my coffee cup. And as crazy as this is, I had 8 people comment because it's all about my Friday Live. So Reels is a great way to get found and it's only 30 seconds. Now, let me share this with you. If you're like, I don't want to do video, let's go back to my trainers page and look at Reels. So here I have one that I created all of this content in Canva. And when you click it, all it is text and the reel keeps moving. So are there ways you can use Reels without having video? Absolutely. Is there a way to create? There are some people that have millions of followers and they only use text. They got really good at this. So do you have to use video? Absolutely not. Now, because there's so much that I could teach you, there could be a class after the class after the class. I promised you that I would share at least Canva with you so you have an idea of how it works. So I'm going to turn off my phone and I want to log into Canva and then I'll end and do Q&A. So Canva is a platform that you can use for free. Canva is also on my mobile device, but Canva gives me the ability to create content and open it on my mobile device. So here we go. And I'm going to do, yeah, we'll leave it. So let's say you wanted to create a post and I'm going to use a previously created post. Let me find it. So we're going to click see all, and I'm not teaching you all of Canva. This is literally for another day. But here's the, so here are 2 posts that I made. One is called Home Office Tips and the other one is called Home Maintenance Tips. So I created this for the agents in my office and I gave them the ability to add their photo or not. So we'll use this one. This is the one I shared with you on Instagram. So I selected the square. So here, I'll go back a step. When I logged into Canva and I'm already logged in, I selected Instagram. the square. And then once I selected the square, I went with templates. You do not have to reinvent the wheel. I always go with a template. And so I created this post. I have a background and I created this one. And then this is really just a duplicate. And then this post, I put in my tips and I literally went over here to the left and I typed in checklist and I got a post. And here's another one with a checklist. And then this is a different one. So by using Canva, I have the ability to now open, because Canva, there's an app, open the created design from my desktop, open it on my iPhone, and then I can simply upload the graphics. So before we end, I'm going to create a different video to show you how it works.